Alright guys, welcome back to the show. Sorry it's been a while. It's been a crazy couple weeks for us. We're going to get back at it today and we're going to trench in some lines, some drain lines for our gutters. So gutters are getting put on next week. So I got to get this done. So my dad's here to help me. We're going to trench this out and run each of the downspouts out about 30-40 feet. That'll make it nice for when I'm mowing. I'll just never have to deal with that water right up around the house. So rented a 36-inch trencher, 6-inch wide trench, can go 36 inches deep. I'm not going to go that far, but we're going to get started right here at the corner of the house and move on from there. Alright guys, it's 90 something degrees. Feels like over 100. And they're going to bring my gutters, I'm hiring the gutters out, and they're going to come off the end, 90 over, and come down this edge. And then they'll come over and drop right in. They have an adapter apparently that goes on 4-inch PVC. And then it'll come out way down there. And you're asking, with this kind of slope, why would one need gutters or these pipes in? And if you've seen how much water comes off these buildings, that's kind of why I'm putting this in, because so much water comes out, it would just blast whatever grass or dirt I have there away. And I don't want to have to mow around it, I don't want to have to move it. So this was my solution. How hard of a solution was it, Dad?
You couldn't have picked a hotter day for it, probably.
And my dad comes and bails me out on the hottest day of the year as usual. So this is our fourth one. We got one more to do, and which is the shortest one, I think, isn't it?
I think so.
And then we'll be done for the day. Putting the gutters on next week. They're going to be 6-inch seamless gutters. So I'll be excited to get those on, because as you can see, every time it rains, the water comes off and makes a trench and then splatters mud and dirt all over the what would be white metal. So then I can get all that clean. So and finish this up. Not really. We're going to have to get it over this way as far as we can. What? Alright, well that was quite a day. It took me a little bit longer than I thought, mostly because it was so hot. We had to keep taking breaks. It feels, I don't know how the people down south do it, but it's like, it's only 93 degrees, but the real feel is like a little over 100, and there's zero wind, so it was pretty hot today. We got these lines all trenched in. That didn't take too long, only about a couple hours. I rented a 6-inch wide, 36-inch long trencher, so it can dig a trench 36 inches deep and 6 inches wide. And I'm using 4-inch Schedule 40 PVC for my lines going out that the gutters are going to drain into. And the reason I'm using PVC over the flexible is it's just a lot more durable. It's a little bit more of a pain in the butt to hook up, just because if your trench isn't perfectly straight, I mean, it does have a little flex so you can curve it, and I'll show you that here in a second. But you got to make sure all your unions are seated and jointed really good, and that glue's dry before you go in there and bend it, or you can pop them out without knowing. But I like to put all my sections together out on the ground, most of them anyway, glue them together, let it sit there and dry, and then I'll put the whole thing in at once, and it just kind of curves in, and if there's any curve in your trench. But another reason is just where over time that corrugated flexible drain pipe, where it pops out of the ground, it just deteriorates over time, and I like the durability of the Schedule 40. It's more expensive, it's a little more difficult to put in, but that's the way I want to do it. Either way will work just fine, but I feel like over a long period of time you're going to get a lot better results out of the PVC. But you got to make that decision for yourself. But it's a fairly pretty easy process. I have good slope away from my house, and even though I have good slope, I still wanted to put this in because there's so much water coming off this roof that it will blast the dirt and the grass away. So you can see, I mean, I have a pretty good slope off it as it is, but now I can mow. I don't have to worry about any gutters up here. I'll add some rock up around the house, and then there'll be nothing out where I'm mowing, and that will be pretty much flush to the ground, so I can just mow right over it. I scheduled the gutter installation next Thursday, and it'll take them not even a half a day to put this up. I think it was like 340 feet of gutters, but for this whole entire side of the house, there will only be one downspout. I'm doing 6-inch gutters, and so there will only be one downspout on this side and one down there. So using 6-inch gutters, there'll be 3x4 downspouts. You can really drain a lot of roof efficiently with that big of a gutter, and that's why I chose it. Just less gutters to deal with, and I think it makes for a nice clean look. So when we get those installed, I'll try to do a little filming while they install it or after they install it and show you how they incorporate it into this PVC. What they have is a fitting that slips over this PVC, and then the downspouts hook into that, and then all the water goes through this PVC and out way down there away from the house. I appreciate everybody watching and being patient with me. I know I've been non-existent for the last 7 to 10 days. Honestly, I just needed a break, so just took a few days, hung out with the family, got settled in at the new place where we're staying until we can move out here. So tomorrow morning I have my electrical rough-in inspection, so I'm pretty pumped up about that. That'll be good to get that out of the way. If there's anything I got to fix, we'll get it fixed and get it passed so we can move on to the next phase, which I'm super excited about. I'm ready to start with the finishing touches. We still got some plumbing rough-in and HVAC. We're waiting for furnaces and air conditioners right now, but we will bring stuff to you as soon as we can. I'm sorry it's been slow, but I promise it will pick up again, and we got a lot of things coming in the future. Next 4 to 6 months I think are going to be really exciting, and we even got a couple different projects in the works right now for after this build is done, so don't be worried. There will be another build series after the MAD 30 is done, and we're going to finish strong. So I appreciate you guys watching, and we will catch you on the next video.